In this video, we'll learn to solve linear equations when the unknown is on both sides. The unknown being x or y, n, m, whatever letter you use to denote it by. So we'll start with 3x plus 5 equals 4x minus 2. We want to group all of the x's on one side and the other numbers on the other side, whichever side, it doesn't really matter. So in order for me to do that, I need to do the opposite of what's happening. So if I want to get rid of the 3x that I've got here and maybe transfer it to the other side, it means I need to take away 3x on both sides. So if I take away 3x both sides, then all I have on this side is a 5 equals 4x take away 3x leaves me with just 1x, and then take away 2. Now I want to get to a point where I've got x on its own on one of the sides, and that looks like it. So I need to get rid of take away 2. So to undo take away 2, I need to add 2. So I'm going to add 2 both sides. So x take away 2 add 2 leaves me just with x. 5 add 2 gives me 7. So x is equal to 7. I've got to plug it in back into the equation. So 3 times 7 is 21. Add the 5 gives me 26. 4 times 7 is 28. Take away 2 gives me 26. So that works. Now I've got x take away 6 equals 7 at 2x. So we can have x's on this side or on that side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have them on here. So get rid of this x here. It's a positive sign in front, although we don't see a sign at all. So we're going to take away x on both sides so that we then have negative 6 is equal to 7 plus x. Because 2x take away x leaves us with just 1x, which we can write as just x. Now, what we need to do is to have x in its own, so I need to get rid of this 7. So I'm going to take away 7 both sides. So take away 7, take away 7. This means we have only x on this side, and we've got here negative 6 take away 7, which leaves us with negative 13. So x is equal to negative 13. Let's try it out. Negative 13 take away 6 leaves us with negative 19. On this side, we've got negative 13 times 2, which is negative 26. Add 7 to that, gives us negative 19. So both sides equal. Now we've got 8x take away 5 equals 4x, add 7. I am gonna transfer the 4x over here so I can have all the x's on this side. The reason why is because I tried to avoid working with negative numbers. So if I take away 4x both sides, that leaves me with 4x here. Whereas if I do the opposite and take away 8x, it's going to leave me with negative 4x on this side. So taking away 4x, we get 4x take away 5 equals 7. Now we can get rid of the negative 5 by adding 5 both sides. So this leaves us with 4x on this side equals 7 add 5, which is 12. So 4x is 12. What about x in its own? So that means dividing by 4 both sides. 12 divided by 4 gives us 3. So x is equal to 3. Plug it back in to check. 8 times 3 is 24. Take away 5, 19. 4 times 3 is 12. Add 7 gives us 19. 2 add 3y equals y minus 7. So let's just transfer all the y's over here, because by taking away y, we're left with 2y here. So then we have 2 plus 2y equals negative 7. Let's just get rid of this 2. So we're taking away 2 both sides. So then we have 2y is equal to negative 9. So y in its own is going to be half of that. So dividing by 2, which gives us negative 4.5. Looking at this one, 5 take away y equals 2y plus 7. So we could transfer this y over here, so adding y both sides. So then we have 5 equals 3y plus 7. So now we can just keep the 3y here and take away 7 both sides. So then we're just left with a 3y. Take away 7 from the 5 is negative 2. Y in its own means we've got to divide by 3 both sides. So dividing this by 3 gives us negative 2/3 as a fraction. Or you could write it as negative 0.6 recurring. But it's advisable to leave it as a fraction like that. Now we've got y take away 8 all divided by 2 equals 3. So the only thing we can do here first is to get rid of this 2. So we've divided by 2, that means we're going to do the opposite, multiply by 2 both sides. When I multiply by 2, I've got on this side only y take away 8, and 3 times 2 is then 6. So getting rid of this negative 8 means we need to add 8 both sides. So y is equal to 6 add 8, which is 14. Let's plug it back in. We go 14, take away 8, which gives us 6, divided by 2 gives us 3. We didn't actually plug back in this one, so we can try now. So y is equal to negative 2/3. 5 minus negative 2/3 is going to be 5 add 2/3. So 5 and 2/3. Just like this. On this side, then we have 2 lots of y, which is 2 lots of negative 2/3. So 2 times 2/3 is going to give us 4/3. So negative 4/3 plus 7. Now let's convert them both to fractions and add them. So this at the moment has a denominator of 1. We're going to make it with a denominator of 3. So we've got negative 4/3 plus 1 times 3 is 3. 7 times 3 is 21. So negative 4 add 21 is going to give us 17. So 17/3, can we turn it into a mixed number? How many 3's fit into 17? That is 5 of them. And we have 2 left. So 5 and 2/3. So this proves that both of the sides of the equation are equal. So we've solved it correctly. Having a look at 2 more examples, which are of course harder. So we've got x divided by 5 add 2 equals 8x plus 9. So we can get rid of this +2 or the +9, but I would advise the +2 so that you can work with this fraction in here and get the value for x. So we'll take away 2 both sides. That leaves us with x over 5 being equal to 8x plus 9. Take away 2 gives us 7. Now, what we can do is multiply both sides by 5. Because if you take away 7, it's not going to do any good, because all you're going to do then is take away 7 here. So you find yourself in a loop trying to get rid of numbers and transferring them from one side into the other. I'm going to get rid of this division by 5 in here, so I'm going to multiply by 5 both sides. So that means I have x on this side, but on this side I'm multiplying the whole thing by 5. Not just 8x or just the 7. So I'm going to do 5 times 8x plus 7. Because the whole thing was actually divided by 5 here. So you multiply it and you do the same thing on the other side. X is equal to 5 times 8x is 40x. So 5 times 8 is 40, and just put the x after that. 5 times 7 is 35, so add 35. Now I can work with these numbers, so I can have x's on this side. So I'm going to get rid of the 40x. That means subtracting by 40x. X take away 40x gives us negative 39x, which is equal to 35. Now, to have x in its own here, I'm going to have to divide by negative 39, the whole thing, not just 39, negative 39. So divided by negative 39 divided by negative 39. So I have x equals negative 35 over 39. And I can leave it as it is. On this side, I've got x divided by 8 equals 9 at 2x. So again, I want to get rid of this division by 8 here. I'm going to multiply both sides by 8, the whole thing here, so that I have x is equal to 8 times 9 plus 2x. So x is equal to 8 times 9, which is 72, plus 8 times 2x is 16x. So I can get rid of the 16x or transfer them over here, so I can have x's on one side. So taking away 16x. X take away 16x gives us negative 15x, which is equal to 72. Now I want to have just x here, so I'm going to divide by negative 15. So I have x is equal to negative 72 over 15, or to be more precise, negative 72/15, which I can leave just as it is.